Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 10th. It is 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Got a couple of things here to update. And we should be good to go. It's good. It's good. Looks like we are good to go. I'll get this link sent out to you guys over here in the premium. All right, as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start market liquidity over here. I'm just going to mark up the closest levels. There's no need to go super far in depth because obviously price is not going to push that far out. So I'll go right there on the daily, go down to the 8 hour, there, 4 hour, there, there, 2 hour, 1 hour, down to the 30 minute. Down to the 15 minute. Down to the 10 minute. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, so back to the 1 minute over here. As you guys can see, we have liquidity marked up. Closest level of liquidity is going to be above over here, and the lower one's going to be above down here. So upper level is going to be at 30. It looks like it's already going to get hit actually pre-market. And then we have the lower one right here. As you guys can see, the volatility is extremely low right now. It's at 7 ATR, so it's not really moving very much. This first level got hit right here pre-market. Next level is going to be right above it. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 10th. It is 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and mark up the clean chart over here as well real quick before market opens. Let me pull up the 4 hour chart, see if there's any structure around here that we can maybe draw. So we got the 4 hour resistance right there. 4 hour support right there. Over to the 1 hour. Pretty much it. All right, so price isn't really moving too much today. So we'll see what happens here when the market opens, but there's not really much structure nearby. Let me check the calendar real quick. If there was news today, there's news at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. That's pretty much it. So we had news over here at 4 o'clock. And 6 o'clock over here. Again, that is 4 o'clock. And 6 o'clock. All right, so we're getting some crazy movement here right before market open as usual. Let me see if there's any other news. News at 7:30. So market 7 and 7:30 over here. All right, guys, market is going to open in about 30 seconds. We got some crazy price movement here. And we'll see where this ends up going. Yeah, Nick said there's a breakout B3 continuation right here. Obviously, it's pre-market, so I wouldn't have taken it, but there was an entry right there that did come up. There was a confluence here as well. It was a double wick, so it played out perfect. So nice work, Nick, if you caught that. All right, price is pushing up right there, and market is now open. Let's get this crazy movement out of the way. So we'll mark up the market price right here for open price. So there goes opening price. Right there. News at 7 o'clock and 7:30. All right, guys. So market is now open. As you guys can see, it's kind of spiking back and forth here. Volatility picked up pretty heavily right here on the opening candle. ATR is now at 9, and we will continue to follow through. All right, so there's nothing for us to take here right now at the moment. We're going to keep on watching price and see where it goes. But as you can see, price is kind of just bouncing back and forth right now. If you were looking for the original breakout was right here on the opening candle. So it's pushing up right now. This is breakout version 1, pushing to the upside. And it looks like it already hit TP. I personally don't like taking the breakout version 1, so I wouldn't have taken it to begin with. It was also right here at the session, so I wouldn't have taken it at all if you guys were looking to take that there. But there goes breakout version 1. And we will continue to look for any possible entries, moving forward. I'll come back to this clean chart and I'll mark up opening, or I'll mark up structure once there is structure. Right now, you can see prices pretty much climbing up super heavily right there. No other entries here. There's just a bunch of red flags in this area, so there's nothing that I would personally want to take. So just a quick recap on what happened yesterday, guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard what happened with FTMO. If you guys haven't, FTMO is currently not allowing US clients to open new accounts. This doesn't necessarily mean that people with US accounts can't trade anymore with FTMO. It's just that right now they're not opening any new accounts. I think it's something that's going to be resolved. If you guys, I know some people are freaking out, but most of the people who are freaking out are people who aren't even funded or can't even get funded, right? Those are usually the people who freak out. They feel like their life is going to end because something new has happened, but they were never at that point to really have a reason to freak out, right? The people who should be freaking out are the people who actually have accounts and who depend on FTMO. The thing is, there's other options out there, and I think FTMO is going to they're going to find a solution. The thing is, there's so many US clients who use FTMO, so they're not just going to stop serving US clients. They just need to figure out a solution. I think the reason for all of this is because of the US regulation. You guys saw what happened with MFF and a lot of these other companies. So there's other options there right now. I mean, there's no need to really freak out. The thing is, if you're funded already, I'm already funded, so all I have to do is not blow my account. That's the main thing. So if you need to lower your lot sizes, most of the people who are blowing their accounts anyways are doing something, are not even trading properly anyways. There's no reason for anybody to blow their FTMOs. There's really no reason. The only reason people blow their FTMO is because they're over trading, they're FOMO trading, they're over leveraging, etc. If you just traded with a normal lot size and took your time with passing, you'd be perfectly fine. So if you guys are in a challenge, you guys are fine. You guys can still get funded. You just can't open any new accounts with FTMO at the moment. It's mainly because of CFDs. Yeah, that's what Nick said. I think the main problem is that FTMO acts as a broker. You know, they have their own server, they have their own whole system, ecosystem and database. So that's the problem because they're not using a different broker. If they're using a different broker for their data, it wouldn't matter. Like, for example, if you guys are using Apex, it doesn't matter using a futures broker, using Topstep, futures broker, right? The thing with CFDs is that CFDs were never a real thing to begin with. It's, CFDs are not allowed in the US. So like US30, so a long time ago, I mentioned to you guys that I didn't trade US30 because US30 wasn't allowed in the US. It still isn't allowed. It's the future that you have to trade. You have to trade YM. That's why we trade on YM here. Nothing's changed. 5 years back, I didn't trade US30 because of that specific reason. And now we're trading US30 and now we're trading YM, which is the actual symbol. So just keep that in mind, guys. Don't freak out. I think FTMO will figure it out. They might create a different type of account where you trade futures instead of US30. But I'm pretty sure they're going to resolve it. But right now, I've actually opened an Apex account. So I've opened an Apex account, just one to pass it real quick and then see how the whole process works. If I like Apex, maybe I'll move over to Apex. But if not, I'll just stack up my TFF accounts. Right now, TFF is probably my second best option. So yeah, guys, if there's any questions regarding that, I mean, I don't really have answers for you guys, unfortunately. I don't think anybody has any answers. FTMO hasn't really made an official announcement yet. I think they're trying to resolve the situation first. So, all right, guys, looking over here, there's no entries for us to take. Let's see. I think someone mentioned that there was a momentum pullback scalp. So Daniel over here said that there was a momentum pullback scalp that came up right here. I personally wouldn't have taken it because it's so close to the sessions and the candle was touching the sessions, but it did play through. Also, the ATR was at 14 at the time. Thanks, Randy, for the heads up. So thanks, Daniel, for identifying it. And thanks, Randy, for confirming. So there's no entries here for us right now, guys. Like I mentioned, I opened an Apex account. So I have my trusty laptop right here. So I'm trading on two platforms again, like I did before. So I have my laptop over here. I'm just trading one account on Tradeovate. I'm just going to be hitting buy or sell, have my TP stop loss automatically set. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for now, guys. I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to try to enter them at the same time. And if I like Apex, then, I'll go buy another laptop and I'll just trade on NinjaTrader. But yeah, I'm still going to be using everything that I'm pretty much using at the moment. The only problem here is if I stop using FTMO temporarily, I need to figure out a solution for the quick trade manager. So I still want to use their quick trade manager. Let's see. All right, so there's no entries here right now. There's a V1 pattern setting up right here. So this might be a swing back to the downside. Let's take a look at the overall bias for today. I don't think we've taken a look at that yet. So looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 80% short. This indicates that 80% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently up about 100 points. So they're pretty much bullish. So we might get a bullish push today, but I mean, we'll see. This isn't very strong. It's more of a bullish neutral. Lastly, looking over here at the technicals for the day. So looking at the technicals, everything's pretty much bullish for the most part. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, everything's pretty much bullish right now. Looking over here at the 5 minute, let's see how London session is moving. So London session over here from midnight, there wasn't really much of a direction. So you can see over here from midnight up until 5:30. It was a back and forth movement. So there's not really much of a direction today. I mean, we'll see. I mean, right now it's currently bullish, but there's not really much of a bias. It could kind of just go either way. So for the most part, I'll probably be looking for some buys because right now the trend is currently bullish. So with technicals, price is bullish. I'll probably be looking to take any possible buys that come up. However, if price swings back down, we can always switch it up. So price here is now starting to go sideways. And we will see if any opportunities will come up. So right now, what I'm looking for personally is I'm looking for a sell signal. I need a sell signal to basically identify and confirm that price has retraced. At that point, I want price to swing back up, and then I'll look for an entry here, whether it be a V1 variation or whether it be a breakout V3 continuation. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. So looking for price to come back to confirm the retracement, and then I'm going to look for price to swing right back up. And that's where I'm going to be looking to take my buys. See this over here. There's no other structure up here, so the sessions are pretty much done with. So if price continues to climb up higher, that's a good thing for us because there's no sessions up here and we can just climb it higher if price decides to continue to push up. See, Camel said entry, been showing you triggered before open and won again. Would you take a trade that won a second time if it comes back to entry? No, Camo. So Camo's asking, he said that so Camo follows a strategy. He said it came up already. And he's asking if it came back to entry, if I would retake it. I definitely wouldn't retake it because that entry is done with, right? Like if the strategy is done, the strategy is done. You can't double dip into a strategy that's already been completed. So like for example, if I saw a V1 variation, this thing hits CP, comes back down, just because it comes back down, I'm not re-entering the position because the strategy is done with. So if it fits your criteria, Camel, so if your strategy allows you to re-enter the trade, then then of course enter the trade. But if the strategy's done, the strategy's done, right? That opportunity's already been missed, and you have to look for the next one. So I'm not sure how your strategy works because I don't know any details to your strategy. But if you say that the strategy's done, then the strategy's done. At that point, you're just it's just greed. At that point, you're trying to double dip into it. I've done it before. I mean, it happens sometimes where it works. Like sometimes I'll see a breakout V3 continuation like this right here. Breakout V3 continuation right here pre-market. You see how this candle comes back down? Yeah, you might get tempted to like double dip into this position because you could have entered again, but I wouldn't have done it. So price comes up, hits TP, comes back down for the retest. At that point, you're just getting greedy, right? Because there's no entry there. So yeah, I mean, you got to build your strategy, Camo. If you think that like you've tested it and you see that it happens and it works for a double dip, then that could be part of the strategy, right? You can have an opportunity for a double dip. But yeah, I don't know what your strategy at all, so I can't really tell you if a double dip is warranted in a situation like that. All right, so we have a sell signal right here. Let's see if price comes back down, provides a V1 variation off the structure, and then pushes back up. Because if you get a V1 down here, there's going to be structure right there, right? So I hope the sell signal closes, and we'll see if we get a V1 pattern down here for it to swing right back up. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Nick said careful with this liquidity. Liquidity's blasting through. Yeah, so pretty much all the liquidity here got blasted through. I don't know if anybody caught any of this liquidity, but you guys can see here, I marked up literally all the liquidity down here or up here pre-market. So if you guys came on the session early enough, I marked up all these levels of liquidity right before the market opened. And you can see there's like a ton of entries that came up right here. There's a V1 pattern coming up right here, guys, but it doesn't touch the structure here. So I'm not going to take this V1 pattern. If you guys don't, or actually, this is not a V1. It's a V1 pattern, but it's not a V1 variation. The sell signal never came up. So this is a double body, but it's not a V1 because the sell signal needs to come up and it needs to continue back to the upside. Yeah, it would have been nice if we had that sell signal, but it never came down. So, but anyways, liquidity over here pretty much got wiped out. All the upper level liquidities blasted straight through for anybody who caught them. Let's see. iPhone said, I think Camel asked that question because you see Sean using buy stops, sell stops, and price action goes past the entry point, and we use a stop entry if it comes back in the direction of the trade. Yeah. So yeah, Camel is right. But that's completely different. So like what Camel is mentioning is if it comes back down. But what I do is when it's in drawdown, that's where I put my buy entry. So like for example, this trade already played through. So what iPhone is mentioning is, basically if price if there's an entry, so say for example, there's a V1 entry right here, right? Just for example, say for example, there's a V1 entry here, and say price doesn't actually push in a profit. Price kind of pulls back into drawdown. In a situation like this, that's where I'll place my pending order to fill, right? But what Camo was mentioning was he said, okay, what if my entry came up? He said, like, what if my entry came up? It hit his TP already, but then it came back down. He's like, okay, would I re-enter right here? In this situation, definitely not. I would only enter if the TP hasn't gotten hit yet. So it's a big difference between like what Camo's kind of mentioning versus what I just showed you guys right there. So just a heads up, there's a big difference between those two. So there's no confusion with when I would enter late and when I would just let it run. Because if it's hit TP, it's pretty much done with. Anyways, there's a high-low scalp V2 that Maddie just mentioned here that it's currently running. I think price here is a bit overextended from like where it's at. So if we measure from down here, well, price is pretty much just ranging right now. But if you measure from down here, price is at 130 pips, 130 points, which is 1,300 pips, super far up. But if you guys do want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys right here, just so that you guys have the markup for the high-low scalp V2. There was a high-low scalp that was right before it too. So there was one right here. There's a high-low scalp that came up right here that price broke through. If you guys wanted to take that original high-low scalp. But again, at this point, price would have been super overextended and I wouldn't have messed with it. Plus, there's no V1 pattern here. My main confluences are V1 or rejections off structure. Kev said I would want a bigger retracement than have it come back. Yeah, same here. So whenever I take these high-low scalp V2 guys, V2 situations, I don't like when it's too close. This is too close. I like when price comes up, comes back down heavy, and then shoots right back up. That's a situation where I would personally take a high-low scalp V2. This right here is not one that I would personally take because it's just a little too close. You guys can see, and another thing here is that price is ranging, right? So I measured I mentioned that if you guys see a bunch of highs in the same area, you can see there's 3 highs right here. This just confirms that price is ranging, right? It might not be super obvious to majority of people, but to me, it's super obvious because if you just draw a zone right here, say for example, you draw a zone right there, and you draw a zone right there, right? Price is pretty much just ranging back and forth. This is when you're not supposed to take a high-low scalp V2. If there was like 1 or 2, that'd be perfectly fine. But you can see right here, there was already like 3 that were setting up. So I wouldn't have taken this here as a high-low scalp V2. You got to be really quick with identifying that because sometimes a lot of people miss it or it happens too quickly and it just kind of screws up their analysis completely. But yeah, there's no entries from me right now at the moment. Price is coming back down, so we'll see if this here provides an opportunity for a V1 pattern. So there's a V1 pattern right here, but it's not, again, it's not a V1 variation because there's no sell signal. We need to get that sell signal before we can start looking for any opportunities here. Let's see, Kenny said, I know there's a lower high, but that new V1 variation just played through. Yeah. Yeah, and Kevin said it was in collision with a high-low scalp V2. Yeah, so there's actually an entry right here for the V1. So again, guys, if you guys remember, and thanks, Kenny, for bringing that up, there's structure right here. There's a V1 pattern right here. So if you guys remember my V1 with confluence, this would actually be an entry right here for a V1 sell. I wouldn't have taken it though, because like I mentioned, everything here is pretty much bullish. So I wouldn't want to take this here for a sell because everything here is pretty much very bullish at the moment. Let's see. CT said the bodies are uneven. Here, let me see. They look even to me, but you might be right. Let's see. No, they look fine to me, CT right here. So they're on the same level. Oh, for a buy. Yeah. Yeah. We wouldn't take the buy here yet, CT, because there's no pending buy signal yet. So we currently, we would need that pending buy signal, but yeah, they're not on the same level. You're right, 100%. I was looking at that too. When that candle opened, they weren't on the same level. But it would have been nice, right? If it lined up perfectly and there was a pending buy signal. Yeah, you're fine, CT. I know it's kind of confusing because some people are calling V1s for the sell and some people are looking at V1s for the buy. So it's a little confusing. If you guys want to include that when you guys call them out, like if you want to call V1 for a sell or V1 for a buy, that'll probably avoid some confusion. It's just a little difficult because there's like so many, like right here where price is going sideways back and forth. There's a lot of different opportunities. But nothing that we would personally take ourselves. See, Nathan's here. It's Nathan Harity. Sorry, guys, that's my messenger application. Not in anything right now. All right, so we got price kind of bouncing back right here. We'll see if this here just like decides to swing up at the very last second. This could technically be a V1 variation right here. So if this here closes green, this is going to be a double body rejection off the structure right here. We got a lot of time on this candle. Still got like 30 seconds. It's probably not going to happen though, which is fine. This might reject off the sessions. So it's going to be a huge wig if that happens. Yeah. Let's see. I just saw, so let me reread your Andrew's message earlier. So Andrew said, FYI, if anyone's using Apex with Apex Copier on Ninja, flatten all accounts on Copier. Apparently, when his trade hit on his leader, it closed out all the trades, but 4 buy stops set at stop loss that were copied didn't cancel, and then it ended up blowing his accounts. Yeah, no, Maddie just told me that. I was talking to Maddie about that yesterday. That happened to him too. Purity is asking what time is it out there? Out where? Purity. In California, it's 6:52 right now. I mean, it's normal time for us right now for the live session. Yeah, it's 6:52 right now. Purity said Cali News is at 7. Yeah, we have a line right here, Purity. So that's why we have a line right here for the news. There's news coming up at 7 o'clock, which is right here. So yeah, thanks for letting us know. I typically draw it on the chart here whenever they come up. So, all right, there was an entry here for a breakout V3 continuation, not one that I would personally take because it was right at the sessions, but Rashida did mention. Yeah, Maddie, that is. Yeah, it is. About everything, literally everything. But anyways, so there's a breakout V3 continuation right here, but not one I would take because for one, it was at the sessions. However, the confluence was here. So there was a sell signal here with a red candle. It was right at the session, so I definitely wouldn't have taken the trade. However, there was a V1 pattern right here, so it did meet criteria. So this is the criteria I look for. When I look for the breakout V3 continuation, I look for a V1 pattern here to confirm the reversal. So price pushed up, reversal pattern, continuation. And this is where we would have taken our entry if it would have met our criteria, but it didn't because it was right at the sessions. So yeah, I don't know if anybody caught it, but would have been nice. So there's a lot of entries here that are coming up. They're just not at good points. They're not good at that. They're not at good price points because we have, sessions here which are red flags, and obviously we didn't have any pending signals coming up earlier. So, all right, we'll just continue to sit around and wait for opportunity here to come to us. So guys, just remember, don't force any trades, especially right now with the FTMO issues. You guys definitely don't want to be forcing any trades because it's not worth the risk. I'm hoping FTMO resolves their issue soon. If anything, I might just stop trading my FTMO because I don't want to blow my accounts, on accident. Because if you blow your accounts with FTMO, you're kind of screwed. You're not going to be able to open any more new accounts. So what I might do is I might just open a couple more TFF accounts, and then I'll try to trade on this Apex account, and I got to figure out a solution too. We're all in the same boat. There's no updates that I can give you. I wish I could. I wish I knew more about the situation, but there isn't any details out regarding the whole issue with the CFDs. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Jonathan, no, he's not here actually. Yeah, he's gonna blow his mind once he hears that. He's gonna think the world's ended. But yeah, guys, don't worry about the FTMO. I've been getting a lot of questions about FTMO. The world isn't ending, guys. There's other solutions out there. There's other platforms that you can trade on. It's just a small hiccup in their operations. Because you think about it, like FTMO has so many clients from the US, they're not just going to stop servicing US clients, right? They're going to lose so much money on people who and the thing with FTMO is they're not the type of company that's just gonna let it slide, right? They're gonna figure out something to fix it. They're not like those other funding companies who once it gets tough, they just kind of close up shop. FTMO's been around for years, so they'll figure it out. Yeah. Maddie said people think I'm FTMO support. Yeah, if you guys have any direct questions for FTMO, just reach out to them directly. But I don't have all the answers. So, well, when I do get updates, I'll let you guys know. But thanks to everybody who gave me the heads up. Patricia was the first person to spot it, and she reached out to me. So, all right, we got news coming up here in about 3 minutes, guys. So we got news in 3 minutes. We have a possible. No, there's no pattern here. So I was looking for the V1 pattern down here, and it didn't come up. So there's no double body or double wick rejection. So even if we do get a breakout V3 continuation right here, I wouldn't have taken it. So probably want to wait for news to pass. Let's see. News at 7 o'clock is going to be medium impact. Wholesale inventories month over month. Yeah, Kenny said he's talked to support this morning. They said they're trying to resolve the issue. Yeah, exactly. They're going to resolve it. It's like there's no way they're not going to resolve it. You think about how many clients are in the US, so many clients. It's gonna be a big cut for them if they don't. NM is asking what's going on with FTMO. FTMO is no longer accepting any new US clients. If you're already a US trader with them, then they're fine, but you can't open an account. So if you're in the US and you try to go to the FTMO website, they won't let you open an account. But if you're already funded or you already have a challenge and you're already going, that's fine. Just don't blow the account. So try your hardest not to blow your account for about a month, and you should be fine. For me, I might just stop trading the FTMO for a short period of time until they resolve the issue. Or maybe I'll trade it and we'll see what happens. But yeah, but that's pretty much all the news we have. Again, if you guys have any questions regarding FTMO, just reach out to them. I just feel bad for the support guy. If you guys saw their support guy in their Discord, what's his name? Rick FTMO. They're like hounding this guy like he created the problem. Um, like this guy's getting like thousands of messages like blaming him for for FTMO having this issue. Uh, and it's just funny because you just see him responding like this dude's panicking, and then he's just an admin. He's not even like the actual support. He's just an admin for the Discord. Everyone's asking for refunds and stuff. I'm like, dude, this guy's not going to give you a refund. Like, you got to reach out to FTMO yourself. Everyone's like, we're demanding refunds. We want our money back that we lost on these challenges. Like, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people who blew their challenges are just now they have an excuse to ask for a refund. Um, yeah, C6 said that guy's going to be replaced. Yeah, but if you guys want to have a good laugh, go into the FTMO Discord. It's always funny to see people like panic over stuff like that. And it's always people that aren't even like funded. Like they're not funded, they never pass a challenge, and they're just like they're just like going crazy. All right, so the news came out right here. Thanks, Maddie, for letting us know. News was neutral. Um there's no change there. So I'm gonna go and take this off. It was medium impact news anyways. Yeah, neutral news. It was pretty much flat. All right, so with that said, let's get some direction here. I'm fine if price kind of consolidates over here a little bit. However, I do want it to push out of this area. So I want price to push outside of this area so I can start looking for some buys around here. All right. Volatility is currently decent right now. It's currently 16 ATR. It's not great, but it's all right, I guess. I hate trading on two different platforms. We'll see. I want one trade to come up so I can try to take two trades at the same time like I used to. It shouldn't be too bad with one account. So with TradeOvate, if you guys are trading on TradeOvate, you can have an automatic TP stop loss setup, but you can only do it on one account. That's the reason why I stopped trading on TradeOvate. I like TradeOvate overall, but their copier feature sucks. So that's like the main thing that I didn't like. Their copier feature is no good, but if you're just trading one account, so here's the downside with Apex. You can't merge your accounts, and same with Top Step. Like they let you have like 20 accounts, but you can't merge them. That'd be like perfect if you can just get like 20 150K accounts and then merge them into one. That'd be a game changer. But they don't allow that. Gotcha. Yeah, CC's gonna run down the copy feature with me. If it's with group copying, I for sure don't want it because that's what they already have. Like I'm looking for a copy that's exactly like FTMO Quick Trade Manager, something where you can put your TP stop loss and they pretty much copy over to everything. If anything, I'm just gonna get on NinjaTrader. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said, I think NinjaTrader would be your best option. Let's see. Oscar said, can you run TradeOvate on Mac Apple products? Yeah, I just use a web trader. Or I mean, you could download the actual application, but you can just use the web trader. So it's perfectly fine. It's just like TradingView. It's exactly like this. It's pretty much like TradingView. It's just a little more confusing because there's more options, but it's pretty much just like TradingView. I know, Maddie. Let's see. All right, so price is coming back down, which is completely fine. Price is now back at opening price. Let me go over here to our clean chart. I'm gonna go to market structure. So you can see where price rejected off. It rejected off the 4-hour resistance perfectly. 4-hour resistance level right there. I don't even have to draw a structure because it already blasted right through. There's a low right here. All right, so we'll see, where price ends up going from this point. There's no, man, I kind of hate that price came back down here because now we have all these sessions. I was hoping price would just stay up there. All right, so nothing changes here. We're still looking for the same entries. The only problem is that we have a sessions right here, which is the Asia high, and then we have the Asia low down here. So, I mean, realistically, we need a price we need entry that's like in between this area, or like way down here. So we need price to basically within this area right here for a sell, sit within this area right here for a sell, or come down below here. That's pretty much what we're looking for. And then if price pushes up, then great, we'll look for some buys up here. Oh man, this week kind of sucks. This trading week kind of sucks because the volatility is just not the same. The past week was pretty volatile, but again, that's just normal market. So the market's not always going to be very volatile. It's not always going to be super smooth. This is one of those weeks where price kind of just gets trapped in areas where you don't want to trade, and you just got to be patient, right? So yesterday I took a trade after the live session. I never do that, but I just got a bunch of FOMO because I really wanted to take a trade. And the trades they came just a lot later. So right now between 6:30 and 8, you're going to get a lot of these fake outs, a lot of these areas where there's just no opportunities. Sometimes they happen a little later, sometimes they happen a little bit earlier. Like you guys can see this trade over here came up pre-market. This was a perfect trade, but it came up pre-market. So we weren't able to take it. But yeah, this week is kind of a slow week. It's mainly because there's not really much news happening up until tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think the market will pick up. We have CPI news, which is inflation news. We have jobless claims, core inflation rate, et cetera. A lot of inflation news tomorrow and a lot of inflation news on Friday. So this whole week's kind of trash, but it's going to pick up tomorrow. It's just going to start picking up because the inflation news is going to cause price to be manipulated either to the upside or the downside. There's going to be a lot of reaction to the inflation news. Let's see, Nick said he's got a sell stop waiting at liquidity below. Let's see. All right, so yeah, price pretty much just recovered, or I mean, basically swung right back down. And there's opportunity here for liquidity down below here. The only problem is that it's right next to all the sessions like we mentioned, so just be careful with it. Price is too close to the session, so even if we get a retracement up, I don't know if we'll be able to have any entry. So we would need a retracement to the upside right here, then come back down. So I need something like this, because if we have something like this, it'll create structure. If we get a V1 pattern right there, I'll be able to take a sell. So this is kind of the pattern that I would be okay with. Some people want to call this an M pattern. You guys can see the M right there. That's basically what we're looking for. We're looking for structure to get established and then look for a V1 to come back and knock it over. So, people call it a bunch of different stuff. I like to break it down and make it very technical so it aligns with our strategy. So for us, I'm looking for a V1 to reject off structure. If you want to call it an M pattern, you can call it an M pattern. My breakdown of it is just a lot. It just makes more sense because we have price breaking off structure and then coming back down. So there's a double wick right here, like Maddie said. The only problem with this here is that it's going to be right at the sessions, Maddie. I know, yeah. Maddie said too many red flags. It's yeah, it's not super good. So I do want the buy signal. I need this buy signal here to come up. So I need that buy signal to come up, and then I'm going to look for a possible V1 pattern somewhere, hopefully. So price action never came down here next, so it wasn't able to fill your order. But there's a bunch of red flags here. You guys can see New York high right there, London high right here, Asia high right here. It's just not a good area to be trading in. Not to say that entries won't come up, but it's not a good area to trade in. All right, so we may have some opportunity right here. We have a V1 pattern setting up right here off the opening price. If price decides to swing back down, maybe we'll get a sell signal, breakout V3 continuation to the sell side. So I think this is what I'll do. I'll just draw a structure whenever we have any close structure so that you can see if price rejects off it or if there is a V3 breakout continuation. Yeah, Nick said just have to wait for when the entry comes to him. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nick said this is a much better scenario, push up than volatility down. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it'd push up actually higher. Like, closer to the sessions over here, or even reject off the sessions. I'd actually be okay if it comes up and rejects off the sessions and then comes back down. Right? Because we can let price kind of push up a little bit. Okay, so this kind of screwed everything up. This is definitely what we weren't looking for. So because the V1 is no longer valid anymore. There was a V1 pattern right here. This candle kind of pushed up, so that's pretty much over with. Now there's no pattern here. There's no reversal pattern. So again, I need price to push up higher from where it's at. I need price to push past this area here so that it can establish a new high and then come back down. But yeah, this candle here pretty much just screwed up the whole pattern that we were looking for. Because this would have been okay. Like say, for example, this was a double body. We had a sell signal and a red candle. Then in that situation, we could have taken the sell here, like a really quick 100 pip sell. And then get in and out before it reached the sessions down here. But you guys can see price isn't really doing much. It's just going back and forth. It's going back and forth. The same situation over here. You'll see that here, so let's go over here to the clean chart. There's not really too much going on here, as you guys can see. I mean, realistically, so price pushed up, consolidation, price pushed down, consolidation, price pushed down, consolidation. It's just pushing from zone to zone, which is not exactly a good thing. It's kind of just, let me draw a structure down here. Oops, back to the last chart. All right, so this is pretty much, damn, I keep pushing the wrong button. All right, let me clean this up. So you guys can kind of see right here, price will push up, consolidate right here, fake out, come back down, consolidate right here, fake out, come back down, consolidate right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it fakes out again right here and comes right back up. Right? It's just going from consolidation to direction. So it has a directional push, consolidation, directional push, consolidation, directional push, consolidation. What do you think is going to happen after this? Directional push, right? And then what happens after the directional push? Consolidation. It's just repeating the process over and over again. And this is tough because you can't really catch the push. If you guys look at these pushes here, it's just like one or two candles, right? You have like one candle here that just blasts through, consolidation. A couple candles here blast through, consolidation. One big candle. It's impossible for you to catch this move here because it's just one candle. There's no follow-up from it. It'll just push and then go back into consolidation. So just be smart about your trades, guys. Like I mentioned, right now is not the time to take anything risky. You have to be smart about the trades that you take because the last thing you want to do is be caught in a hole and then the market just keeps doing the same thing over and over again because it just repeats itself. If you guys have traded with me for a while, you guys will see that these patterns, like whatever you see earlier in the session, usually repeats. If we had a directional push earlier in the session, it'll probably keep pushing that direction or it'll correct back down, but continue pushing. Here you can see the main pattern for this trading session is just consolidation. It's a lot of consolidation right there, and now you just want to wait for that breakout. The breakout's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of when. So looking down at the ATR is still not super flat. It's getting slower, but it isn't super flat yet. It's currently at 15. So there's still opportunity for movement here. It's just a matter of time until it does. So we got price coming right here with the sell signal. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be taking this breakout V3. Actually, no, I might. I take that back because there is a V1 pattern here now. Huh. All right. So it looks like this structure over here actually came through for us. All right. So there may be opportunity here, guys. I was getting too ahead of myself. So there may be opportunity here. There could be a V1 pattern that may come up here. So if price pushes back up into this area and provides a high, we may get a V1 pattern here and we can take the sell. Also, we have a sell signal right here that's currently pending. If this closes with a red candle so if this closes with a sell signal and then we have a red candle after it, this could provide entry for a breakout V3 continuation. The only problem here is you guys can see the ATR is starting to slow down a bit. The ATR is back down 14, so you can see that there's not really much volatility here at this moment. It's starting to slow down a bit. But if this here does close with a sell signal and a red candle after it, it's going to be an opportunity for a breakout V3 continuation. So just look out for that sell signal or look out for the high. So two different opportunities here. Either a high comes up or a sell signal comes up. The volatility here is extremely low, so it's not looking super great. See what we get here, if we get anything. No, we're not going to get a V1 variation here. We can't get a V1, and I just noticed that because there's no low yet. So there's no way for us to get a V1 here. There's not going to be a V1 at this area. We have to get a low first before we can get a high. And there's no low yet. All right, so yeah, Ben Harwig said the market makers are listening to us. Yeah, so oh man, this market sucks. It's okay. Let's see if price pushes up. It's 717 right now, so all hope isn't lost yet. We still have a lot of time till 8. So we just gotta hang out. I mean, this is really just hanging out, being patient, disciplined. It's freezing in my office right now. I should turn on the heater, but it's all good. This will just help me be a little more focused. Yeah, there's no highs here. We just gotta wait. Okay, so we still have opportunity here. I mean, price can still provide a sell signal. So I kind of like that price pushed up higher because now we have more space here. There's enough space here for price to push from wherever it's currently at down to like this new low, this lower low. And then from there, there's even more space to come down to the sessions down here. All right, so let's see if this sell signal finally closes. ATR is currently 14, so the volatility is very low. We might just get a bunch of pending signals before it actually comes down. But my main focus will probably be down with the ATR down here. Because if the ATR is, sorry guys, 1 second. Yeah, if the ATR over here is, if it lowers, then it's just going to keep going sideways, but we might get a spike in price. So we might get a sell signal, and we might get some volatility, bump it up to like maybe 16, 17 ATR, and then it'll probably start pushing in that direction. We just need enough to get 100 pips anyway, so not asking for too much. We just need a little bit of a push here. It's 718 right now, so it's getting closer to 730, which is news. Let me check the news at 7:30. News at 7:30 is going to be low impact to medium impact. It's just gas stocks, crude oil and gas stocks. All right, the ATR just dropped down even lower. So it went from 14 to 13, went from 17 to 15 to 14 to now 13. And it's starting to pick up a little more right here. See if the sell signal here actually closes. We got about 30 seconds left. All right. About 20 seconds left. Kenneth said he's done for the day, happy with his profits, and he'll see us all tomorrow. So, all right, Kenneth, we'll see you back here tomorrow. So looking over here at the team profits, we haven't had any official trades yet, but Kenneth here posted his profits. He locked in, let's see, an updated screenshot right here. 585 on his first account, 1,170 on his second, 1,170 on his third, and 1,745 on his fourth account for all wins for the day. Nice work, Kenneth. We also have Kevin over here. Kevin with a total profit of 24,290 for the day. Nice. What broker is this? Kevin, I'm just curious. It looks cool. I've never seen it before. I'm trading the US30 mini. I'm curious what, oh, actually, so it says he switched from Hanko to Osprey. Okay, so it's Osprey. I should have just read your message. They would have explained there. Yeah, let's see. So Osprey FX uses Trade Locker. It's basically TradingView, and he likes it. I would be careful with Trade Locker, because I would be careful with any brokers or any platforms that a lot of trading gurus promote, right? Because usually if a lot of these trading gurus are promoting it, there's something that it's like what happened like way back when people were trading on like Hugo's Way and stuff, right? Or like I forgot what that other one's caught Forex. If you guys remember caught Forex, yeah, just be careful with using platforms that are heavily pushed by trading influencers. It's there's usually a catch to it, but I mean, if it works for you, Kevin, that's completely fine. Anyways, guys, we're going to be looking for any opportunity here. Like we mentioned earlier, we're looking for a V1 off structure. Price is still at the structure right here. So as long as we get a V1 like right here on this next candle, this could be a possible opportunity for entry for a V1 variation. Gotcha, Kevin. Yeah, no, so Trade Locker has been promoted by a lot of basically a lot of people who flaunt on social media. A lot of them, and there's rumor that Trade Locker is actually owned by one of the trading gurus. I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know who. And he's been known for like kind of providing like a sketchy product. So I just want to give you a heads up, Kevin. But I mean, you're fine if it works out and you get your withdrawals and stuff, then keep using them. But just take it with a grain of salt, in case something happens. Anyways, guys, so there's a V1 pattern that's setting up right here. It's rejecting off the structure. It has to close below where it's currently at, though. So just keep that in mind. You can't push up any higher. It's got to close it at where it's currently at. So I'll see if I could maybe get into this here.
Order filled.
Yeah, man, my stupid trade update. It gave me this I had to confirm before entering the trade. So I got in at like super crappy entry. I'll have to just watch it then. I didn't know that it did that. All right, so I'll just watch it here. So looking at this V1 over here, this was a double wick rejection. The entry actually started from up here. This is a double wick rejection off this structure right here. So, I mean, it was kind of hard to tell how it closed, but it did meet criteria. Right there, double wick rejection, and it rejected off this structure. I tried to enter on my Apex account on Tradeovate, but I never had this, I never had the requirement where it had you confirm before entering the trade. I turned it off, but yeah, I got it at like tracking entry. So I was trying to try out Apex, see how this, I mean, it looks the same. It's pretty much how it was with Top Step. Not too much different. So looking at the volatility right here, the volatility is extremely low, guys. Volatility is currently at 12 ATR. So we might just get a consolidation for a bit here. So I'm gonna keep watching it. And then if I have to pull early, then I'll pull early, but I'm probably gonna hold on to it and just see how this here moves. All right, looks like it's about to hit my TP, so I gotta watch it. I don't even know if my TP got set here properly. See, so Maddie already hit his TP. Like I said, I got bad entry right here on my Apex, so I just gotta watch it. This thing might line up with a breakout V3 continuation, so it might just continue pushing down lower. So I'm hoping we get a sell signal here, and if we get the sell signal, it'll probably push down even lower from that point. It'll be an extra confluence because we'll have the breakout V3 running, and then we have another V1 here. So technically, there's going to be another entry that could be followed up right here. All right, full TP right there off the
Order filled.
All right, I got out of my Apex. Got out of my MC4, full TP on that V1. So if you guys took it with me, I told you guys I was waiting for this. This is exactly what we were waiting for. Played out perfect with the confluence. I just got caught in some slippage here. I'm hoping I would get that double check thing or whatever. I don't know, whatever it was. But yeah, guys, full TP right there for the V1 variation if you guys took it. I took it, Maddie took it. I don't know who else caught it with us, but this is exactly what we were waiting for. We had a V1 variation, rejected off structure, went straight down and straight to full TP. So there we go. Finally, a trade that has come up even during these slow market conditions. So you guys can see when the market's ranging, we'll still have opportunities. You just got to wait for it. The trade's going to come to you. It's a matter of time until it actually comes through and plays out. So let me go over here. I'll put this say V1. You know, I might have to change the name for the V1 because there's going to be I don't want there to be confusion with like the V1 variation of the V3. Well, let's call it breakout V3 and we'll call the V1 just V1 for now. But if I need to make some changes to the names, I'll let you guys know. All right, cool. Jonathan caught it. Ryan caught it. Johnny caught it. Looks like a lot of you guys here caught it. Let me take a screenshot of my accounts. Let's see. My Apex. I don't know how much Apex is supposed to give me, Maddie. Do you remember? I can't remember. I only got 200 bucks on it, but it's a smaller lot size. I took a 10 contract. I used a 10 on this one. Okay. Yeah, it gave me, I only got partial because I entered like super late. Makes sense. I just got to make sure that I have that. It doesn't require that I have to put in my, because I tried to enter market and I was like, oh, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Because it was already down in profit. It's too late for me to make the adjustments, but it's all good. So I made pretty good profits on pretty much all my accounts. So here, I think today I'll probably buy some more TFF accounts. I was kind of just testing the waters with TFF initially, but they seem pretty solid. I don't know if Kip's here right now, but Kip's usually been on the leaderboard for. So I trust that if Kip's getting paid out properly, then I'm not gonna have any issues with them. All right. All right, so there's no other entries for us here right now. I'm gonna clean this up for now. Yeah, and there's another entry right here. Oh, no, I'm frozen. I was trying to see if there's another V1 here. I was gonna see this right here, but I just realized that there's already a buy signal. So there's no entry there for a V1. This could be a V1 continuation, but actual V1 variation. All right, so here are my profits for that trade there. These are my MT4 accounts. So here's my funded engineer locked in 399, my FTMO locked in 2000, second FTMO 2200, my second funded engineer 216. So funded engineer, I wouldn't recommend them, guys. Their lot sizing sucks. It's like horrible. Like you guys can see the difference between my accounts here. It's not worth it. Here's my personal account locked in 690, my TFF locked in 962, and then my second TFF locked in 962. I gotta check in with TFF, see what their max account size is, and I'll probably just stack up with TFF. It's like $2,000, which is like nothing, right? I made that in one trade here, so if I just continue to stack accounts with TFF, should be fine. Even if I have to take a break from FTMO. So that's the thing that you guys have to realize. Like, there's other opportunities out there. You don't have to just worry about. You don't have to just be stuck with FTMO. I mean, yeah, FTMO is great, but I mean, it is what it is. You got to deal with what you can, what you have. So let me just take a screenshot of this too. I don't even know how I'm gonna send this to myself. So here's my Apex account. I guess it's not that bad trading on two accounts. I just got to get used to it again. All right, where's my desktop at? All right, there's no entries for us right now, so don't worry, guys. You guys are not missing out on anything. There's news right here on this candle, so I'm gonna go and mark up news right there. I'll check if the news was negative or positive, but it's low impact news, so it's not really too crazy. So here's my Apex account locked in 200. I was supposed to lock in 500, but I only locked in 200, which is completely fine. I kind of got screwed over with the entry time because it asked me for a prompt, but I'll get better. I'll get better at it over time. So there we go. So those are my accounts on my FTMO, and then or my accounts on my MT4, and then my Apex. All right. All right, there's no other entries here right now. Let me check the news real quick. News was positive. So news was a little mixed, actually. So the crude oil stocks change was negative, and the gasoline stock change was positive. So it's pretty much neutral. Not really too much for us to work with there at all. Maddie said, heading to the gym, got 2 full TPs, calling it a day. All right, Maddie, we'll see you back here tomorrow. So yeah, Maddie's done for the day. I'll hang around and I'll see if there's any other entries, but I don't know. We'll see if we can find something. Not really expecting too much here. So guys, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm not going to wrap this up yet, but if there's any questions, just feel free to put them in the chat. There's no entries for us at the moment, so I'll continue to look for any opportunities here, but at the moment, there's just nothing here. Price is right in between the sessions, so it's not a good area to trade in. What I'm going to look for here is I'm going to look for price to push up, retrace, and continue up higher. So I kind of want something like this to happen. So earlier we took a basically an M pattern for the V1 variation. I'm looking for the same thing here. I want price to push up, establish a low, provide structure right here, reject off the structure, provide entry for a buy, and then ride this up. So I want to ride this up, and then on top of that, I want to see a breakout B3 continuation right here, and then I want to run it up even more. So there's still opportunity for entries here, guys. You just got to wait. You just got to be patient and disciplined, wait for these entries to come up, because something like this is going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of time until it does. All right, so we got another V1 pattern over here for a sell. Not one I would take, of course, because it's like right at the sessions right here. Also, the trend is starting to shift to the upside, so I wouldn't take any V1 variations here for a sell. Not at this moment. I would take it for a buy, but not for a sell. All right, Craig, we'll see you back here tomorrow. So Craig's done for the day as well. Let me go over to our team profits. So we got some team profits over here from Johnny. Johnny said he's done for the day, made a total of 5,648 for his first payout on Friday. Nice work, Johnny. So Johnny is finally getting his first payout on his FTMO. Total profit today of 2,184. Nice work, Johnny. So, big congrats to Johnny here. Johnny's only been trading for like not even a year yet. So Johnny came to our group. He had no experience trading. Johnny's a prime example here of having no experience, just putting in the work, learning how to trade, following the live sessions. And now he's getting his first payout of 5,648 on Friday. So big congrats to Johnny over here. And he's gone through a bunch of failed accounts. So just keep that in mind. He didn't have like immediate success. He had a lot of ups and downs, and then he started to follow directions and listen to me. And now he's getting his first payout. So first of many payouts, Johnny. So congrats to you. We got Jonathan over here with a total profit of 350 for the day. All wins, took the same trade as me. We have Valentine over here, total profit of 560 on his TradeObate. Nice work, Valentine. Yeah, he's testing Apex too. So Valentine over here has 7 accounts. 7 accounts. So he locked in 560 times 7. A lot of profit there. We have David here, total profit of 57.60 for the day. Nice work, David. We got Kevin here, he's at 24. And we have Kenneth here, of course, we covered that earlier. So nice work, guys. Solid profit so far. We'll continue looking for entries here, but again, as we get closer and closer to 8 o'clock, volatility is going to start to die down a bit. And if we don't see anything here, we're not going to force any trades. So yeah, guys, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm here to help you guys out with whatever you guys need help with. But again, we're just going to keep waiting for any other opportunities that may come up here. Market looks pretty flat right now. It looks like it's not even moving at all. ACR is down to 12, so now it's down to 11. It just keeps getting worse. So 11, 12. All right, so there's a possible V1 pattern again that's coming up right here, guys. I wouldn't take it though, because the trend here is bullish. You can see the pivots here are now angling to the upside. Pivot 4 is below all the other pivots, and price is above the pivot. So this here is indicating that price is starting to shift to the upside. So I wouldn't take any sells here. I'm only going to take V1s in the direction of bias or the direction of trend. Right now, the bias is bullish and the trend is bullish. So obviously, wouldn't risk anything here taking any sells at the moment, but there is a pattern right here because it's lining up with this structure. But again, right there, it doesn't fit the criteria. So there's no V1 pattern here. Price is pretty much as high as it can go. And yeah, I guess we'll continue watching. Here's our clean chart. Let me see if there's more structure that I can draw up here. Not really. You guys can see that price is back in the old consolidation area. So price was consolidating right here. It's doing the same thing over here, consolidation. Not too much of a difference. Johnny said, thinking of starting Apex, is there any deals anyone knows of? Here, I'll give you the link, Johnny. So I think this link gives you 71% off. So use or I'll put this in the group chat. So if anybody wants to open an Apex, I mean, if you want to just try it out, it's only like $90 for a 150K account. That's pretty good for a 150K account. So I put the link right there in the Zoom, guys. If you guys want to open it, so if the coupon doesn't come up, it might show full price. I think full price is like 300 something for the month. If you use the link, go into so pick your account size. I do recommend, so either if you want to start really small, it's okay to start small. You can do like a 20K count, 50K count, but I use a 150. I think everybody who does well with Apex is using 150K. So I'm using 150K, Maddie's using 150K, Suk, CT, we're all using 150K. Once you guys log into the website, it'll ask you, well, it'll have an option to put a promo code. The promo code is going to be saved now. So you use the link that I sent you guys, and then you go into the payout page. You type in save now in the coupon page, and then it'll drop your monthly from like $375 to $91. So I'm just paying 91 bucks for for 150K account, which is a steal in my opinion. That's I would probably only get one though, so just keep that in mind. I would get one because Maddie told me in February they're gonna have like a 91% sale. So I'm just getting one account now, and then I'll get another one once the next sale comes up, or I might just stack up. I know there's some people in here who have like 20 accounts. Like Maddie has like 1.2 million in like funding. The only difference is that like you can't take the same amount of lot size. So you guys will see my profits here. My profits here are like 200, right? I'm supposed to make 500 on this trade. It's nothing compared to my FTMO where I'm making 2,000. That's why I need a bunch of accounts. That's not bad because the thing is, like, if I'm making 500 times 20 accounts, that's pretty decent. It's still like 10,000. It's like basically trading two FTMOs. Johnny said, did you go for Rhythmic or Trade of 8? I'm using Trade of 8, Johnny. So that's how I took this screenshot over here. Oops, not that one. That's how I take this screenshot right here off Trade of 8. I would use Trade of 8 Ninja Trader. So just use Trade of 8, and then I mean, if you want to use Ninja Trader, you can too. Ninja Trader is going to be the next step up for me. I got to go buy a PC though. So if you guys are on a PC, probably Ninja Trader, Trade of 8 Ninja Trader is your best option. I'm on a Mac right now, so I got to use Trade of 8. But if I like Apex, I'm just going to go to Costco and buy a laptop. I'll buy like a gaming laptop. It's going to be like maybe like 2,000 bucks for a laptop, but I'll make it back in profit from, actual trading. No, I haven't gotten one yet from all, not yet. I might go, well, I don't really need it yet because I just have one account. So, I mean, I've been looking at the laptops. I don't know if anybody is familiar with these laptops, but let me see. So I was gonna go pick this one up. Like, I don't mind spending money on a good computer because for trading because I'm gonna make the money back. It's not like, where's my computer? This computer? And it's not that expensive either. I mean, like once you pass and you make the money back, it's gonna be so like it's like one day of trading basically. Yeah, I mean it's like on sale. So let me see. I don't know anything about gaming computers, but this is the one that I was gonna pick up from Costco. It's normally like 3,200, but it's on sale for like 600 off. I don't know anything about computers, but I'm pretty sure it's a good computer. So this is the one that I was gonna go pick up today. I'm gonna hold off on it though. I don't need it yet until I have like multiple Apex accounts. It's 2 TB SSD. Because I already have like, I mean, I wish it was possible. I ran Parallels on my Mac and I just didn't like it at all. So I'm just gonna get a separate computer. Yeah, HDD that's like an old thing, right? Like I don't even know if things still have HDD. Even my Mac, this Mac is like from 2019. I paid like I think, yeah, I think like so when I first did FTMO, I've been with FTMO for a long time now. So when I first traded FTMO and I got my first payout, I bought my whole iMac Pro setup here. And I think I paid like 15,000 for this iMac Pro. But it's been lasting me forever. Like I've been having this laptop or this desktop for 2024, like 5 years now. Like for 5 years, and this has pretty much made me so much money from trading. So I think it's a good investment. So yeah, I mean, if you guys like I wouldn't cheap out on your trading stuff, guys. If you guys are looking to get a good trading computer or whatever it may be, I wouldn't cheap out on your trading stuff because it just comes back to you. If you if you feel good about trading and trading on a good computer, you're going to make it back with profit. Yeah, HDD is super old technology. I think even my laptops are SSD. Uh, well, I know what it's like because my initial laptops when I first started this group, I had an old MacBook and that was HDD. That thing was so slow. It's way too slow. But yeah, SSD is way faster. Anyways, guys, I know we're going off topic, but there's not really anything for us to take here. If there's any other questions that you guys have, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up pretty soon because it's getting closer to 8 o'clock. I didn't even realize it's so close to 8 and there's no other entries for us to take here. The trend is bullish, but we need to have a sell signal before we can start looking for any opportunities here, which we don't have yet. So not really expecting much to happen from here in 8 o'clock. But I think everyone here is pretty much happy with their profits for the most part. If you guys took that one trade for us today, we just took one trade, which was this one, the V1 variation. Pretty much everybody hit their TP and we locked in some pretty decent profit. We have Gian over here with a total profit of 102 for the day. That's where Gian all wins. And I think that's about it. So let's see. Let me see if there's any other questions here. Oscar is asking I think you just misspelled it, Oscar. TFF. So you put TTF, but I think you meant to say TFF. Oscar is asking, is TFF the best option until FTMO figures it out to stay on MT4? For me personally, I think so. So if you want to stay on MT4, I think TFF will probably be your best option as of now because that's the one that I'm using. So I'm only going to recommend stuff that I'm personally using myself. I'm never going to tell you guys like, hey, use this platform and I haven't used it. So I'm using TFF right now. The profits aren't as good, but I mean, it gets the job done. What I would recommend though is if you're trading on TFF, only go for the 100K counts. Don't go for the 200K because they have a lot size limit. So the lot size is capped at 100 lots. That's a downside. So you just have to have a bunch of 100K counts versus a 200K count where you can just take a bigger lot size. So largest account I recommend for TFF is 100K. If you guys want to use it, I mean, they're fine. So the only reason I trust TFF is because Kip is one of our admins and he's on their leaderboard like every month. So he's actually getting paid out. He's on the leaderboard. He's featured. So if he's getting paid out every month, I'm not expecting him to have any issues, at least not yet. So yeah, if you want to stick on MT4, TFF would probably be your best options as of now. If I find a better funding company, I'll let you know. But right now, that's pretty much all I'm using. KJ is asking, is Hugo's Way not a trusted broker? I mean, they're unregulated. It's not that they're not trusted. It's just that they're unregulated. So I mean, so with any unregulated broker, I don't recommend that you guys put too much money into the account because your account can just disappear at any time. So, but they're okay. I've used Hugo's Way before. I never really had any serious issues with them. I only had issues when I was making big withdrawals. So if I was withdrawing more than 10,000 from them, then it would take a bit of a while for you to get your money. But it's kind of a given because they got to go through loops and holes too to give you your money. So Hugo's Way, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them, but I wouldn't say that they're not trusted. They're just unregulated, just like any other broker that's unregulated. So Nathan said there's a V3 that came up right here. It's not a V3 I would take, but it's a V3 setup. So we have a sell signal with a red candle after it. This here is for a V3 breakout V3 variation, or sorry, breakout V3 continuation. The reason why I wouldn't have taken this myself is because there's no V1 pattern here for me. So I would want to see a V1 reversal pattern here and then a continuation. Also, the trend here is bullish, so I wouldn't take it myself for a sell. I know trend isn't required, but those are just the confluence I look at. I try to see where the trend is going, and then also I like to see a confluence of a reversal. So Yeah, the V3 right there is came up, but it's not one that I would personally take myself. Kenny said, what was the problem, Andrew? Had the cause and blows account. So what the problem with Andrew is that he took a trade, it hit his TP, and then he had his pending stop losses still on the chart. So what happened was his trade got finished, and then he didn't look at his chart, he didn't clear all his positions out, and then it ended up coming back and filling his stop losses, which were stop orders, and then it just ended up blowing his account. So that's what happened there. So guys, just a reminder, whenever you guys take any trades on Tradeovate, there's a big button that says exit at market and cancel all. So just make sure you cancel all of your positions before you close out of your trading on Tradeovate. Because sometimes your positions are going to be sitting there. And if you step away, you can easily, just lose all your accounts if that happens to you. So that's what happened with Andrew. He had 4 accounts. And I feel bad for him because he did really good. He did really good. And then, so if you look over here at his, where was it? His team profits from yesterday. So he actually did really good. And you can see he hit his TP. So he hit his TP over here. He had like 4 accounts that were running. He locked in 744 per account. And then about 4 of these accounts here, his stop losses didn't get removed when he hit his TP. And when price came back up, it just filled his order while he was at work. And it just blew all of his accounts. So just make sure you cancel all of your positions before you close out of your Tradeovate or whatever broker you guys are using. Purity's asking if there was a high low momentum here. Yeah, there was. So there was a higher high right here. This candle broke and closed past pivots 1 and 2. And that was your high low momentum scalp right there, Purity. So yes, you did identify that properly. I wouldn't have taken this trade though because it was right at the sessions. So there's obviously a red flag right here. You can't take trades at red flags. So there was an entry there, but it was right at a red flag. So nobody would have taken that entry there for a high low momentum scalp. So you guys got to remember that all of these horizontal lines that go from left to right, there's no entries available at those points because that's kind of where manipulation happens. Let's see, Randy said he's calling it a day. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow. Yeah, definitely, Randy. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the next live session. Let's see. Nick said, anyone having luck contacting Apex Support? You probably want to ask Sisu because is Sisu still here? Sisu or Maddie? They're the 2 main people who are using. Well, Sisu's not here anymore. He kind of got off. But Sisu and Maddie are probably the 2 main people who use Apex. So I've never contacted Apex Support. From what I've seen, they usually take a while to get back to you, Nick. So it showed that their help desk, like if you, when you signed up for Apex, there's like so many warnings. It's like, don't reach out to help desk unless like you give them like 90 minutes or like giving them like 24 hours to respond. So from what I've seen, I think they take a while to respond. They just seem like they don't want, they get so many questions that they don't want to be bombarded. Like they literally give you a warning. You sign up for Apex, right? Don't contact help desk unless you waited 90 minutes for you to solve your issue. They're like, make sure you try to solve it yourself, and then in 90 minutes, go and message Apex. Which is yeah, no, Camel said it would be dope to have a video we can watch about Apex, like somebody like Maddie giving game. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I'll probably be able to do that once I have I actually figure it out myself. This is my first day using Apex. I think they're fine. They're just like Top Step. It's just I think one of their biggest problems is their trailing drawdown. But it's not a problem for us because we don't really lose, right? And if we do lose, I usually wrap it up for the day. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for today's live session. Unfortunately, there was no other entries for us to take here. If there's any other questions that you guys have, feel free to reach out. It's 7:53 right now. I'm not expecting too much to happen here because price is sitting right at the sessions. If anything, we would be looking for a buy here, but I'm not seeing anything come up because if price does come back down from this area here and swing back up, it's still going to be right at the sessions right here. So there's not going to be any opportunity for us to take any entries here. So Yeah, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna hang tight for a little bit, take individual screenshots of my accounts on MC4, and then we'll wrap this up. So I'll be here for a few moments if you guys have any questions. Purity's asking if you have time, I need help with my trading view. So what do you need help with, Purity? You gotta be a little more specific, because I don't know how, I can't really help you unless like you give me the details of like what you need help with. I can't meet with you after the live, Purity. If you could, if you, because yesterday you're supposed to send a screenshot of your trading view, right? I don't think you said you ever sent it. But so send me like all the stuff and then I can help you with it. Because the thing is, I don't have time to get on the live with you if like if you don't have everything kind of lined up for me. Like I can't sit on the live for like an hour and try to help you fix your trading view if there's nothing for us to really look at, right? So let's see. Let me check my messages over here. No, you haven't sent anything to me. So yesterday you were supposed to send me a screenshot of your trading view on a computer, right? We talked about that and you said, okay, I'll send it to you. These are still from your phone. So there's nothing here that I can really fix because I don't trade on my phone. If you can take a screenshot of your, like, I can help you right now, Purity. If you can do this, it shouldn't take you that long to take a screenshot of your, let's see, Purity said, look at the team chat. You got to tag me in it, Purity, because I don't know if you're sending messages in the team chat. If, like, there's a bunch of messages here, right? You got to tag me in it because I can't. I look here in the team chat, it's still your phone, Purity. So I don't see any screenshots here of your trading view. I mean, if you want to do it right now, Purity, I can help you. I'm on the live right now, so it should take you a few seconds to take a screenshot of your screen. If you can do that for me right now, I can help you, but I'm not going to get off and then get back on the live to help you like fix your trading view. I mean, you can send me a screenshot and I can help you with it, but I'm not going to like sit around and wait for you to send stuff over. But yeah, if you want to send it right now, I'm here. I'll hang around for like the next couple minutes because I still got to take screenshots of my accounts anyways. So I'm taking screenshots over here and I'll help you with whatever you need help with. All right. See my accounts here. So I took a screenshot. I funded engineer. Let me take a screenshot of my FTMO. My second FTMO here. And guys, just a heads up, I recorded like, so this is the reason why I don't have time to just get on a live with Purity after this. I've recorded like 20 videos, so I got a lot of work to do after this. I got to edit all the 20 videos. I got to upload them to the website. I got to reorganize the website. But I pretty much made a video for like all the new stuff. So I have a video for the trailing stop, MPS levels, the momentum pullback scalp strategy, confluences, red flags, all that stuff. So it's not that I don't want to hang out with you guys on here or like go on like, private sessions with you guys, but I got a lot of stuff to do. I don't got time to just sit around and help you guys fix trading view, right? Trading view is something that like it should be something that you guys can resolve on your own. It's not that I don't want to help, it's just that I don't have the time to sit around and show you how to use trading view. If anything, I mean, there might be an issue with so here's a quick fix, Purity. You're probably still on here. Let me see if you're still on here. So here's a quick fix. If your screen's all screwed up, well, I mean, I still can't help you because you're on your phone. But if you're on the computer and your screen's all screwed up, just go over here to this top part. I mean, this is like the easiest thing that I can do because this will just reset your chart. You just go to a new layout. So if you're on trading view and your screen's all or your chart's all messed up, you just click on this here, you go down to new layout and it'll give you a brand new layout with nothing on it. So if you open this here, this should be like a brand new chart, and then from there you can start over. But that's probably the main way to or the easiest way to reset your chart. But yeah, guys, as much as I would like to help, I don't really have the time to help with like the stuff that you can pretty much resolve on your own, basically. If it's stuff that has to do with like my indicators and stuff like that, yeah, obviously I'll help you guys with that. But if it's like the TradingView platform, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to fix it if I don't know what's the issue with it. So Purity, if you're still here, but there's nothing wrong with the indicator, Purity. Like that's the here. Okay, Purity, I'm still waiting for you to send me a screenshot. Do you have a screenshot, or are we just gonna go in circles here? Because I'm willing to help you, but like it shouldn't take like 5 minutes to take a screenshot of your screen and show me what is going on here, right? So, all right, Purity, just take the screenshot. Don't bother responding until you've taken the screenshot because I want to help you, but the thing is, I gotta go. It's 8 o'clock right now. I got a bunch of stuff to do with the website. I gotta do a bunch of stuff with uploading, editing the videos. So I'll okay, let's see. So Purity over here took your screenshot. Okay, so what's the problem here, Purity? So first thing is you have this ATR down here. You should probably remove that. Here, I'm gonna break it down for you. So first thing is remove this ATR. This is gonna help your screen get a lot bigger. Same thing over here with, let's see what you did over here. So I'm trying to figure out where the problem's at. I think main thing you should do first is remove your ATR. If you go down right here, there's gonna be an X button. Click on that. That'll remove it. You'll have a bigger chart. Purity said the session is not showing. Your session's right here. See this red line above here and the red line down here? These are your sessions. Let's see. Here, so do this real quick. Let me see. Trying to figure out. Here, let me just. I'm trying to figure out like what's wrong with your thing here. So here, can you do this real quick, Purity? Go to your ATR, close this because I can barely see what's happening on your chart right here. So here, do this step first. Go to your ATR, close this, and then go over here to your sessions indicator and take a screenshot of this. So just open this and take a screenshot. So if your sessions aren't lined up properly, it looks like you kind of mess with your settings because the settings are all default, like for everybody. That's why everybody's sessions are working. You might have just clicked on a bunch of stuff and changed the settings here. But so first close your ATR, pull up your sessions indicator settings, take a screenshot of this so I can see where your settings are at because it looks like this is because it doesn't matter what time zone you're on. So like earlier you asked what time zone or what time it is here in California. It doesn't matter if I'm like in Casablanca, right? I've changed my time to Casablanca. The sessions don't change. I can put that I'm in Lisbon, London, nothing changes, right? So it looks like, I mean, you might have did something on your end that kind of makes it that way. But you can see here, I'm on Los Angeles time and it doesn't change anything with the sessions. So first step is remove your ATR so I can see your chart better. Next, click on your sessions indicator settings and take a screenshot of this. Also turn off your background. So right here, this is why your colors are on the background. There's no problem with it, but this will help you see things a little better because you can see how it's kind of shaded in. If you go to your sessions right here, click on background, take that off, and it will show up like this. But yeah, take off your background and then take a screenshot of this. If anything, you might have touched these times here. Because I don't think there's anything else here that. All right, thanks. So let's see, 10. Let me just look at this over here. I'm gonna make sure all your settings are proper. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine to me. It looks like you might have changed some settings on your chart. You know, it like kind of looks weird on your chart. So, all right. So now that we've troubleshooted that, let's just start over and start a brand new chart for you. I think that's what will fix it. So let's because it's not with the indicators. There's nothing wrong with the indicators here. The problem is that your chart's kind of there's something wrong with your chart here in general. It looks like you might have changed some of the settings over here. So because your indicator settings are fine. This is what I need you to do next. So now just go to this button right here, purity. Click on new layout. It's gonna be a brand new chart. This is what it'll come up like. So when you see this here, close out the volume so you have no indicators on your chart. Go to your indicator list. Go to sessions, K2 sessions high low. And it should come up like this. So just try to take a screenshot like this, and I'm gonna help you troubleshoot this purity. So just open a brand new chart, only put on the sessions on here, and then we'll see if your chart still looks weird. I'm pretty sure it should look fine because what it looks like is it looks like you might have messed with the settings here, like the actual chart settings, which is fine. I mean, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you misclick, or if you're trading on your phone, you kind of accidentally change the settings. But yeah, just do this and then take a screenshot of this. We'll match our screenshots, and I'm pretty sure it should be fine. If not, then I'm gonna have to, or you're gonna have to like get in touch with TradingView because there's nothing wrong with the indicators. It's just your chart. But for the most part, it looks like it should be fine. All right, let me finish taking a screenshot of my profits. Now I just got to take a screenshot of my personal account. Let's do that. And our TFF. All right, let's see, Pierre, you all done with that? All right, let's wait for you to post that so that we can see what the issue is. But I'm pretty sure that should fix it. Because it would have a brand new chart at that point. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so take off the volume indicator and then add the sessions period. So just take out the volume indicator so you only have the sessions on your chart. And then take a screenshot of that. And it should be, I mean, it should be fine at that point, but we'll see. See if I can help you with that. All right, let me just post up my profits real quick. All right, as Purity does that, I'm gonna go ahead and start covering my profits for the day on my individual accounts. All right, Purity, we're just gonna wait for you to post that up. Once you post it up, I'll come back to it. So, all right, so here are my profits for the day. So this is my funded engineer locked in 399. This is my FTMO locked in 2000. This is my second FTMO locked in 2200. This is my funded engineer number 2 locked in 216. This is my personal account locked in 690. This is my TFF locked in 1000. And this is my second TFF locked in 1000 as well. All wins for the day. Only trade I took was This V1 variation, pretty much it. All right, so let's see if Purity has her thing on there. All right, Purity, just add the sessions indicator on your chart. And then once you have a screenshot of that, we'll take a look. But I think it should be fine at that point. Hey, what's up, Steve? How's it going? Purity said, I will just finish it out. All right. Yeah, no, if you can just put the indicator on and take another screenshot, this will help us see if there's anything else that needs to be done, but I think this should be it. I think it should fix your chart at that point. Here, okay, so Purity said she doesn't have to. Okay, Purity, click on this drop down right here. It'll show all your indicators, and that's how you take out volume. So click this drop down right here. It'll say volume up here. Here, I'll just do it again from start to finish. Let's open another brand new chart. Brand new chart right here. The volume is always on there. It's just default. So you'll see right here, it says volume. This is how yours looks right now, right? There's a drop down. Click on that, close it out. I'm just doing this. You don't have to remove it, but I'm doing this so there's nothing on your chart. Now you go to your indicators, invite only scripts, sessions high, low. You don't even have to take off the shading. Just leave the shading on there. I just want to see if your chart looks normal, because this will solve all your problems if this is the case, because it seems like this is your only problem here. That you're I don't even know why your sessions are so far off. It kind of threw me off too. That your session was like way up here and way down here. So I think now that I'm looking at your chart, I think you kind of you changed like how many candles show up on your chart, and that's why your sessions were kind of messed up, because it only showed data within a certain period. But I think this should fix it, because you're on a brand new chart. So, all right, we'll just wait for you to do that. And then once you do that, I'll wrap it up for the day. But guys, if there's any other questions, I'm here to help you guys out. I just don't have time to get on another session after this session. If there's any like questions, it doesn't matter if it's like something like this, where you need some help with TradingView, just pop into the chat. I'll help you with whatever we have here, and then we'll knock it out, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. But nice. Okay. Yeah. So Nick said Apex is going to refund him the difference. They're very professional over chat and reply very quickly. Overall, great experience. Yeah. No, it's good to hear, Nick. I was kind of skeptical about Apex because their website looks kind of scammy. If you guys have seen their website, it looks kind of scammy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with your chart. Purity, because I'm looking over here too, and I don't know why yours shows like this year right here for some reason. Like your chart, it seems like we must have messed with some of your here. Let's do one more thing. Okay, this is where you screw it. Okay, I just totally noticed that. So for whatever reason, you have RTH right here. You must have like accidentally clicked that. You put real trading hours. That's why your charts looks all weird. You have to go down here and click to electronic trading hours. So there we go. Let's do that real quick, Purity, and I think you're good to go. I don't know how you got to that point. I've never seen anybody like mess with this here, but yeah, I just noticed that right now. So I'm very attention to detail, and I saw your letters down there were like way different. It was RTH. So I think if you click on that, Purity, it's going to resolve all of your problems. So that's the key thing with troubleshooting. You just got to figure out where the issue is. But I'm surprised that it stayed on there even with the brand new chart. Yeah, Nick said also check out Apex's YouTube channel when you get a chance. It's like a Dollar Tree version of FTMO. Yeah, that's why I never wanted to use Apex, because I always thought they were kind of scammy. I mean, CT's gotten 4 payouts from them, so I guess they're kind of trustworthy. All right, Purity, we got it all resolved. So it looks like you're good to go. Everything looks good. I think your pivot should be good now too. I just don't know how you got to that point, but it's okay. We got it resolved. So you can even go back to your regular chart and you'll be good. I just okay, so it's good that you brought this up because you're the first person who's ever had this issue. And now I know in the future, if someone's sessions look all screwed up, then they just got to switch this back to electronic trading hours. Because electronic trading hours has you set it up for like it shows your chart throughout the entire day, 24 hours, right? If you just have it set to regular trading hours, it's gonna have it set to just like 5:30 to 2. So that's why your sessions here are all messed up because price never gets to that point, right? But since you're trading 24 hours a day, you have this set up right there and it's resolved it. So actually big thanks to Purity for bringing that up because now I know how to fix this problem if it ever comes up in the future. Because I've never seen anybody have that issue before. And now we know how to fix the problem if it ever comes up. So, all right, Purity, no problem. And I'll see you guys here tomorrow. See, Nick said, has Maddie and Sisu gotten payouts yet? I believe so. I don't know how much they got paid out, but they've gone payouts too. Sisu, so CT's done it really quickly. I don't know if he's been trading with Apex behind the scenes, but I haven't seen him post profits for a while. And then all of a sudden he posted his payouts. So if you want to talk to CT, I don't even know where he posted it, but he posted it here that he had, yeah, I don't even know where he posted it at. He posted it somewhere over here. Oh, there we go. So CT was he's kind of just behind the scenes, just trading. And then he had 4 accounts. He has 4 accounts with Apex and he got 2,750 per account. So yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about payouts, you can talk to CT, but he got payouts. So that's why I'm giving them a shot. And hopefully I get paid out too. So yeah, no, definitely. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the day. We got everything all fixed up. I think all the questions were asked. We resolved all the issues. And I think that's about it. So